All right, can an owner redeem? Now, I probably get that asked the most when I talk to people. Yes, the owner can redeem. If you didn't pay your taxes, you would like the option to get your house back, like anybody else. So, how does it work? So, during the certificate stage, if they decide that they need to redeem, they go down to the courthouse and say, hey, I'd like to redeem my property. They're like, okay, sure. Here's a piece of paper. Here's how much you owe. They then tell you that here's the second piece of paper, an allowable, I'm not going to say it right, basically an allowable expense form for any preservation improvements or any cost that you have that needs to be mailed off to you and you sign. So they mail it to you. You have 10 days to reply. If you don't reply in those 10 days, it's considered, kind of like a default. And they take that back to them and say, hey, look, I mailed it on this day. I got no answer. They sign an affidavit and redeem their property. I have heard that Jefferson County in times past has just let people do that without actually sending a letter. So what you can do is if you do have repairs, you can call down there and say, hey, on this parcel number, I've done repair work, and don't let them sign. And we've got a relationship down there that's the case, that they will be like, well, actually, I think you owe Josh some money before, so you can't actually redeem this. So if you do have repairs or insurance, legal fees, all that good stuff, you would put that into a letter and saying, hey, this is how much you owe, send it back certified, and then if they agree with it, they write you a check and life moves on. If they don't agree with you, it goes into kind of a pre-legal battle where you've basically got two referees, and they talk to each other and say, hey, this is what the work that was done, this is all under law, this is what went on, and they kind of talk and come up with a number and send it back to the parties, and if they agree, then life moves on. If they don't agree, then it goes up to an umpire, and the umpire then says, all right, this is what I'm saying based on all the findings we have. Here's what I think the preservation or the redemption cost should be. And if anybody accepts that, which is common, then they move on with their life. If they don't do that, then they go before a judge, and well, then the judge decides, and then that's final. With a deed, it's a little bit different. So if they want to redeem, they have to come directly to you. So that's for the taxes, the back taxes, insurance, all that good stuff is all calculated on your end, and they have to pay you directly, and you quick claim your interest or redemption back to them. Same kind of thing works, though you can skip the umpire and the referee side of it with a deed, and it generally just goes straight to court. Though I would say probably most of them end up in some kind of settlement, where unless it's just some ungodly amount, and generally if it's an ungodly amount, it's generally the investor that's kind of caught a little, they put granite where they shouldn't have put granite, and has resulted in them thinking they're going to get a lot of money, and that's not the case. So hopefully that's answered the redemption process and the redemption kind of guidelines. Again, as we've said in page 4, I'm not an attorney. These are just experiences, having hired umpires and referees and attorneys gobs of times, and kind of the process that we've seen, and hopefully can help you guys understand that there's a reason that these properties are 5 cents on the dollar right now, is that you're going to have to put some money in along the way. It is just not one that goes along day one. You're not going to shell out all this money. It's going to be over 2-3 years, but just know that it's not a one and done. If you want a one and done, I would say go talk to a realtor, a lender, and go find a nice property to just buy outright, however you're paying full price. So if that kind of chaps you, that paying full price is not for you, then this is probably something you're interested in. So more questions answered below. We'll see you on the next one.